Nick, Wild Web, Heavyweight, 11-0, 9 knockouts. Subscribe to Sporting Icon for your latest boxing news. Come!
Now, with the news just broke that Demetrius Andrade is in fact going to be taking on Joe Saunders in October in America, and it will be aired on DAZN. We're still waiting on confirmation for Sky Sports or BT or both, whichever one it may be. All that aside, I've seen via CBT, Casual Boxing Talk, big up to him, go over there, like his videos, subscribe to him, all that kind of good stuff. I really like him. Now, he was saying about Demetrius Andrade, he's in fact accusing the Charlo twins and Errol Spence Jr. of PEDs. Now, I don't know if any of this is true. I have no idea whatsoever. But what I do know is that these guys have a little bit of history. We do know that Jermell Charlo, of course, which is pretty much who he's aiming it at, I think, has a bit of an issue going to court with his ex-girlfriend. I'm presuming that she's an ex-girlfriend. I did actually make a video on this before, but I decided not to upload it. It's too much of a sensitive subject, I think, because it's difficult to know which side of the fence to sit on. Automatically, as a man, Jermell Charlo beating up on his woman is automatically scumbag. But of course, we don't know the situation. Maybe he was defending himself against her. We don't know. So I decided to leave the whole thing alone. Now, Demetrius Andrade has been pretty much going right at Jermell Charlo, the 154-pound WBC champion. And he has no love lost with his twin brother in Jermell and Errol Spence Jr. And of course, there is rumours about Errol Spence Jr. being on PEDs because he's not signed up to the WBC clean boxing program. Listen, if you're not signed up and virtually every other athlete around, all other champions and top 15 guys are within VADA and you're not, questions need to be asked. It's not accusing, but questions need to be asked. Why are you not? Of course, you don't need to be. You're IBF champion, but you know, the same people who don't mention about Errol Spence are accusing Anthony Joshua of not being part of VADA and jump up and down when he's not WBC champion or WBC ranked. Just like Errol Spence, right? Two faces of the same coin. Now, with Demetrius Andrade, he posted a whole bunch of tweets, predominantly aimed at Jermell Charlo, but of course he included in his brother as well, and of course he's including Errol Spence Jr. Anyway, this is some of the things that he's been saying. Demetrius Andrade, nothing gets on my damn. What's wrong with you? I'm hearing she said stop fronting. You know you can't beat Boo Boo, and you choked her out. So of course, again, that's him having like a little bit of a dig. All right, it didn't make too much sense there, did it? But it didn't make, I know he's having like a bit of a pop about the fact that Jermell strangled his girl, and with, I suppose, a bit of a joke with his girlfriend saying to Jermell, you can't beat Boo Boo Andrade. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. In all seriousness, no man should ever put his hands on a woman, but if a professional fighter goes there, an example needs to be made of him. Hashtag lifetime ban. Hashtag keep running your mouth. Hashtag lions only. Another one. Innocent until proven guilty, but my best advice to Jermell Charlo is hashtag just say no to drugs. That temper will get the best of you every time. Hashtag cage that lion. Hashtag keep running your mouth. And another one. I'm getting tons of tweets questioning my involvement with this girl that Jermell Charlo allegedly assaulted. For the record, I don't know her. Hashtag Mr. Steal Your Girl. Hashtag keep running your mouth. Hashtag say no to peds. Notice the no to peds thing that keeps popping up. Another one. Actually, Jermell Charlo can't be banned. He got to get the arse whooping from me. Hashtag let me punish him. Another one. They're going through a tough time right now in those Texas gyms. As a boxing community, we should lend our support. This is aimed at Jermell Charlo, Canelo Alvarez, Jermell Charlo, Errol Spence Jr. Hashtag say no to peds. So, he's accusing Jermell Charlo of being on PEDs. Don't know why. I haven't heard anything before about him being on it. As far as I'm aware, he's on VADA testing. He's WBC champion, so I'm presuming that he has to be on year-round testing, not just signed up a couple of months before they fight so they can test through camp, all that kind of thing. But I don't quite know what he's getting at, but of course he is including in here Canelo, of course, who recently got done for it. Only got a 6-month ban as well, which happened to coincide with the break that he usually has in between fights. So his ban gets lifted just in time for September the 15th to take on Triple G. Well done, WBC, you the best. Now, again, he's copied in Errol Spence Jr., again, because he's not signed up to the WBC clean boxing program. So again, eyebrows have to be raised, questions need to be asked. You don't have to be WBC to be enrolled in this. You just don't. Okay, so for me, no reason why he shouldn't be, especially when other people are jumping up and down about Joshua, even though he's not WBC, even though people are jumping up and down about Kell Brook, even though he's not. But even though Kell Brook and Anthony Joshua are signed up to VADA, Joshua has to be, he's WBA world champion. It's the same rules as WBC, so he has to be. But people aren't jumping up and down about Errol Spence. Don't get it. Again, I'm not accusing him, but there are some telltale signs. Little lumps appearing on his body that weren't there on the previous fight, and of course his puffy nipples. But again, I don't know anything about PEDs. I just hear what other people say. Again, I don't know. Okay, but again, I don't quite know what the Charlos have got to do with it. I know they do train with Errol Spence Jr. in Dallas. They do like a lot of sparring, a lot of training together. I don't know if the Charlos live in Dallas. I know they're with Texas and whatever else. They spend a lot of time in New York and that as well. So I don't know, maybe he's heard something on the grapevine, or maybe he's just poking a stick. I mean, I know Demetrius Andrade and the Charlo twins, of course, when all three of them were at 154, there was a lot of backwards and forwards. I know Andrade, he pretty much run up on both of them, and neither one of them accepted the challenge. Again, I don't know the full extent to it. Maybe it's Andrade who was, I don't know, just running at the mouth and turned down an offer, or didn't make an offer, or Charlos was scared of him. I don't know what any of it is. I'm not accusing. I like the Charlos, I like Andrade, and I like Errol Spence. So again, I'm not pointing the stick at anybody, but things do need to be asked though. They really do. If another fighter is accusing another fighter of PEDs, then surely he's heard something, and it's not just about poking a stick because you don't like them or because they're a rival. For me, a PED accusation is pretty serious and does need to be investigated, whether it be from the fighter who's stirring the pot or with the fighter who's been accused of. Don't know. But it's an interesting one. As I said, big up to CBT, Casual Boxing Talk, the guy who wants to put hands and feet on the weight bully Errol Spence. I love all that stuff, and I hope these two have a spar. Be very, very interesting. Very interesting. But you know what, I like this kind of story. I like beef. I do like beef, I really do, but I don't know, we'll have to wait and see what happens. Will Jermell Charlo respond? Will Jermell Charlo respond? Errol Spence? I'm sure as hell Canelo won't respond, but either way, I want to see this fight. But of course, first things first, Demetrius Andrade has a little question of Billy Joe Saunders coming up. As I said, it will be in October, it will be in the United States of America, and it will be shown on DAZN. So we are still waiting on confirmation for the UK. I'd imagine that we'll probably find out in the next day or two. Hopefully tomorrow morning when I wake up, I'll find out about it. But until then, I'll keep you posted until I find out. If you find out before me, as always, let me know. Go over to my social media, whether it be on Instagram, SportingIcon01, Twitter, SportingIcons1, or here in the comment section. Just drop all your thoughts below, or failing that, you can go onto my website, www.officialsportingicons.com, and you can send me a message via contact section there, and of course have like a little play around the site as well, and drop some comments about some improvements for the site. On the home page of there are some sections there as well. You can click on there to go direct to this channel, and there's other ones where you could possibly purchase a ticket if you wanted to for the September 15th over in Las Vegas, the same day as Triple G Canelo rematch. You can go meet a whole bunch of current fighters, past legends, all that kind of thing. Click on that button and you can purchase your ticket that way. I believe they're about $30 if I remember correctly. Go have a look obviously first. And there's also one there as well where you can click on my shop, as in not the one at the top, but the one in the middle of the screen with the pictures of the t-shirts, caps, all that kind of thing, click on that and it'll take you to my shop. If you want to buy anything that is sport and icons related, caps, hoodies, t-shirts, etc. And there's also something else on there as well with Duchenne, obviously Duchenne charity, so click on there, have like a little read. I'm not saying go donate or anything like that, but if you want to, that'd be great. And again, I've always said, if you guys want to donate to anything to do with me, donate to Duchenne. It's nothing to do with me, it's just a personal thing because of like my son. So if you want to donate, go right ahead. If not, just have like a little read about it, because you know, not many people know about Duchenne. But anyway, all that aside, hope you're all having a great day. Click that thumbs up, subscribe, let me know what you think of Demetrius Andrade's words about PEDs to Jermell Charlo. Have you heard anything that I haven't heard? Let me know. Catch you all on the next video.